Okay, in this video, I'm going to go over 2-2-2 uniform. And with the uniform probability distribution, we are going to make a pivot table from a game by game tab. And so first thing that we're going to do is go to the game by game tab, and we're going to do the year played or the season. So game by game. And so we've got the date for game by game, and that's what we're going to do. So highlight the date, everything. So there should be 232, or if you're watching this later, there might be even more, because it's 2022 and I only have through the 2020 season posted, but I might add more in the future. So we're going to do insert pivot table. And so game by game date, and then I'm going to do existing worksheet, and I'm going to do 2-2-2 uniform and do okay. And so all that you have is date and put values. So we've got the count of date, then we've got years, quarters, so on and so forth. I don't really care about quarters so all that I care about is 2014 to 2021, but I'm going to get rid of 2014. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over 2014, or I'm going to right click, or on a Mac, I'm going to double click. So 2014, and then I'm going to do filter, hide selected items. So I hid 2014, and I'm going to right click or double click and filter, hide selected item. And so now I've got 2015 to 2020. And so we've got this information. I'm going to pull this right over here to the right hand side. And then I'm going to add for the count of date, I'm going to change it to show values as percent of grand total. And so I'm going to Control C and Control V. Now, there are a total of 6 years. Okay, we're looking at a total of 6 seasons, and I want to know what type of distribution this is. Okay, and I know it says remove 2014 and 2019, but that's because I didn't have the 2021 season in there, and so I added it. So add a count column, so we did that. Add a probability column, we did that. And the type of distribution that this is a uniform distribution, and let me show you why. Okay, so I'm going to use year probability, and so we're going to do insert, and we're going to do a bar chart. So we've got a bar chart right here, and then I'm going to click on this. I'm actually going to double click, and then click off of it, click back on. It takes a little bit, and then I'm going to go over to gap width on the right hand side, click 0. And you'll notice that the probability of randomly choosing a game in any one of these years is about 16%. Okay, now 2020 is a little bit different, but we all know why 2020 is different. So we're not going to get too bent out of shape with that. But the probability of having it in any one of those years is right around 16%. Now, we're going to do a uniform probability distribution. So we're going to do 2015 for the minimum. And the max is actually going to be 2021. And the reason why is because it can go up to 2021, not including 2021. So minimum 2015 up to 2021. And so we've got 2015. I'm going to do it 16. Okay, going over to the right hand side up to 2021. Okay, and so now I'm going to do a lower, and I'm also going to do left. Okay, let me just make this a little bit thicker. Okay, so we've got left and we've got lower. So we've got min and max, and remember the probability of a given outcome, and we're going to do this to the left hand side. The probability of any given outcome is the same for any trial. Okay, And so the probability of any given outcome is the exact same. The probability of you randomly choosing a game in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, or 2020, they're all the exact same. And so we've got the minimum and the maximum. And so we have the range is going to be equals 2021 minus the minimum. So the range is going to be 6, otherwise known as the width or the base. Okay, and so that gives us the height, which is going to be equals 1 divided by 6. Remember, the probability of any given, the probability of a distribution is going to equal 1. So the probability of this distribution is going to be a rectangle. And so it's going to be base times height equals 1. And so if we have a base of 6, and we know that the area is 1, then the height, so base 6 times h equals 1. And so 6 times this equals 1. And so the probability is essentially 0.17. Okay. And then you have 0.83. It doesn't really matter. All that we care about is this right here. And so we're going to make a fun little rectangle. And we have the, right here, we have the median. Okay. And then we have the area of the rectangle. Okay. And so then we also have the height, or the probability of any given outcome. So the probability of you randomly choosing a game in 2015 or 2016 or 2017 or 2018 or 2019 or 2020, the probability of any one of them is 16.667. So coming over here, we have the exact same thing. You notice 2015. And so we're going to make this a little bit shorter just so you can kind of see. So this is the left-hand side is theoretically what it is. The right-hand side is this really actually is a uniform distribution. It's not a perfect uniform distribution. It's really close, but it's close enough that you can say, hey, this is a uniform distribution. So this is a real life application of what a uniform distribution looks like. And so let's see here. If I were to say, what is the probability of you having a game in 2016? That would be 16.667%. What is the probability of you having a game in 2019? That would also be 16.667%. But if I were to say, what is the probability of you having a game in 2016 or between 2015 to 2016? Then we're finding the area of this rectangle. So that would be the new range. So you've got a range right here of 2. Okay. So it would actually be before, it'd be 2015 up to 2017. So it'd be a range of 2. And so we do equals 2 multiplied by the height. And so it would be 33% is right here. Okay. So between 2015 up to 2017. If I were to say, what is the probability between 2015 up to 2018, then it would be 2018 minus 2015 equals, and that's going to be 3. So then equals 3 multiplied by the height is going to give you 0.5. If I were to say, what is the probability of you playing a game 2019 or earlier or later, 2019 or later, that would be 2019 up to 2021. So that would once again be 0.2. So this right here would be, so, see here. or up to 2017, sorry. So it would just be these two. And so you're just doing a rectangle. So that's how you do it. This right here is all about, what's that called? All about just finding the area of a rectangle. And to be frank, the way that I just did it, these are technically qualitative category, or sorry, these are technically discrete categories, which makes it a little bit more difficult. It's much easier with continuous. And you know, so when I say 2015 up to 2017, you know, sometimes it can be a little confusing to knowing what it is that you should include. Actually, the argument can be made that this is continuous. It's just, it's odd. It's a little odd because you don't have it. So